This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Imagine walking into work every day and you have the cognitive load upon you of having to calculate exactly the many ways that you're going to be humiliated in work based on your ineptitude, based on the fact that you have a fundamental lack of understanding of how our country works, which you should have if you're a United States Congresswoman. Lauren Boebert was in a hearing yesterday questioning Orrin Hank McNally. He is an executive counselor for the Social Security Administration. And in true fashion, like many of these Republicans who think they've got a gotcha, they think they're going to just lay waste of the witness with their brilliance. She asked a question about people who are working from home and if there are mechanisms, and she's blaming a backlog in applications for Social Security. Blaming a backlog on, I guess, working from home? I'm not sure. It's hard to follow the things when Lauren Boebert says them. But the tables were turned, as they often or maybe always are, when she thinks she's got a banger gotcha. And she is just made to look like an idiot. And now look, some of this is just fun and poking fun and making fun, absolutely. But there's a larger umbrella of importance that hangs over this. And that is the fact that Republicans are in power for now. For now, they're in power. Come 2024 in November, we can change that. We can vote for, I believe his name is Adam Frisch, the guy who's running against her. We can vote for people who will oust Republicans from the majority, and then sanity can then take hold again, and they can attend to the people's business. First, watch Lauren Boebert with the stranglehold on logic and professionalism and reason and doing her job good, questioning Orrin Hank McNally, as I reference his name.
You all are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable.
So our employees are working whether they are in the office or at home, and they are.
Are you monitoring the work that they are doing from home on a regular basis?
Yes, we are.
Every employee, do you have the numbers of the hours that are submitted? Are you counting how many times they're logging into their computers and responding to casework?
So our employees are subject to the same performance management processes and oversight they are whether they're teleworking or working in an office. And we have systems in place that our managers use to schedule, assign, and track workloads. And that includes individual employee workloads in many cases. So real-time understanding of what actions are being processed at any particular given time. Additionally, our employees are required to be accessible to their supervisors, clients, colleagues, and external parties during work hours via a variety of means, including instant messaging, video platforms, and telephone. They are connected to the workplace, whether they are in the office or at the home.
Then why is the backlogs for Social Security applicants increased from 41,000 to 107,000?
Because we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're underfunded. You're funded at the Nancy Pelosi levels. At the Democrat levels, we just continued that same funding.
So I would say
at pandemic level spending.
So I would say we have an increase of over 8 million beneficiaries over the last 10 years. At the same time, we experienced our lowest work staffing levels at the end of FY22. That's a math problem. I mean, that is a problem. If you have those workloads, increasing, and you don't have the staff to take care of those workloads, you're going to have the backlogs that you're talking about, Representative.
Well, I would love to see.
I'd love it. It'd be great. Again, for the poking fun element, this is a woman who is out of her depth. I've often talked about the fact that she did not graduate high school and instead got a GED after like the second or third time of taking the test. And that's not an indictment of her intelligence in and of itself. The thing that I point to is her lack of intellectual curiosity. What's the last book that you think Lauren Boebert read that wasn't an assignment in high school? What do you think? I mean, I don't even think she reads the Bible she claims to read all the time and be an expert in. Remember, wanton killing, not wanton killing. So it's the lack of intellectual curiosity. It's the lack of actual wanting to seek the truth. She's asking questions, but it's obvious she doesn't care about what the actual answers are. And that's a problem to be a congresswoman, to represent 500, 600, 700,000 people. I don't know how many people are in her district, but it's certainly an outsized number relative to her brain pan. She is an attention seeker. And her, along with the rest of the Republican Party in Congress, has no concern for attending to the business to which they swore an oath. The business of the people. All she wants to do is get her face on Fox News, make a moment. The problem lies in the fact that usually the moment she creates an opportunity for me to talk about what she did, rather than Fox News show her as a bright, shining star, a talent in the Republican Party. Again, the 30,000-foot view here, though, is that Republicans maintain control in the House of Representatives, as slim as it might be, because of people like her and Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar and Louis Gohmert. These are the people who have created the majority in the House of Representatives. That's a problem. And if you're in one of these districts, if you're in her district, if you're in one of those other districts I named, you need to do everything you can do to work for the campaign, to knock on doors, to talk to your neighbors, your friends, your acquaintances, your coworkers, your family about changing what we have going on. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call. Leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Absolutely. As always, you can email me the old-fashioned way, daily@dollemore.com. If you're interested in helping support my work, helping produce these videos on a day-to-day basis, click the join button below. You can become a channel member here on YouTube for $1.99 a month. You can hit the super thanks button. They give immediate support. You can clickety-clack your browser over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That's not just for the podcast. That absolutely supports here. All of your support goes a long way, and I appreciate all of my channel members and Patreon members, those who give super chats. Thank you so much for helping support the work. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, all of them at Dollemore. I'll see you next time. Next time Lauren Boebert does something super smart, I'll be sure to jump on it and report immediately. Be genuine. Take care of one another.